What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about 5 different film cameras which I bought all for under $100. I think these are fantastic beginner film cameras, and if you really are thinking about getting into film photography, I don't think you can go wrong with starting with one of these cameras. I have been having a lot of fun shooting film recently, and all these cameras have performed great for me, so I know they're going to perform great for you, and I can highly recommend them. So let's get into it. For all my rangefinder lovers, if you are looking for a compact rangefinder under $100, I cannot recommend enough the Konica IIIM. I picked this camera up off of eBay for around $65, and I've been really happy with the results I have been able to get. So this camera was invented by Konica, and it was going after the Leica cameras at the time. Konica released this camera with a fixed lens, so it does have a fixed 50mm hexagon 1.8, which in my opinion is a phenomenal lens. I'll show you some of the photos I was able to capture with it, and I'll actually compare it to some photos I took with my Leica camera with also the 50 Summicron, so you can see the results that I am getting with this little rangefinder. Now, this is a great rangefinder because it does fall a little bit under the radar, and because it does have that fixed lens, you are stuck at 50mm, but I think that is a great starting point. And this lens is extremely sharp. You can see some examples of the photos I was able to capture with it, and I've been really happy with this camera, especially while traveling. It's a great camera to bring along with you if you are looking for a little bit cheaper of a rangefinder, but you don't necessarily want to give up on quality. I can highly recommend picking up the Konica IIIM. Now, the next camera I want to talk about is the Pentax K1000. This is a great starter camera. I've had this camera for roughly 10 years now, and it is known as the student camera because so many people have learned how to shoot film photography on it. Now, it is a little bit of a learning curve because it is an all manual camera, so you do have to select your f-stop and your shutter speed. But once you get a hang of the exposure triangle, this camera is really fantastic, and I've been able to get some amazing results from it. I'll showcase some of the photos I have captured with the Pentax K1000. And another great thing about the Pentax K1000 is there are so many lenses for it, and a lot of times you can pick up these lenses relatively cheap. So I have the 51.4 on here, and I picked it up at an estate sale for around $7. Now, the body is running a little bit more towards that $100 price range on eBay, but because so many people have learned film photography on this camera, there really are an abundance of K1000s out there. And if you look around at estate sales, Goodwills, or even just ask a friend, I'm sure you're going to be able to find a K1000 under $100, and you are going to be happy with the results that you are capturing with the K1000. Okay, now before we transition over to the electronic cameras that I have selected, I did want to talk about my Substack. So I recently started a Substack. It is coleblackie.substack.com, and I'll put a link right here and in the description. And I really am showcasing a lot of my film photography over there. So if you are interested in film photography, I highly recommend you going over and checking out my Substack, and I know you're going to be happy with the content I have over there as well. If you are familiar with digital photography, and let's say you're coming from a Canon system, I cannot recommend enough the Rebel line of film cameras when it comes to Canon. These are all electronic cameras, so you do insert a couple batteries, but they have full automatic modes, and the results are absolutely incredible because you are able to use your EF lenses on these cameras. So if you have some L lenses, or if you are already shooting with an EF system, you can take those lenses and you actually use it on the same camera system. And surprisingly enough, these cameras are super cheap to come across. I actually picked up this Canon Rebel here for around $10 at a local thrift store. So if you are out there looking, I know you'll be able to pick up one of these for well under $100, and it's pretty cool because you have full auto modes on these. So you have program mode, you have aperture priority, and you can still shoot in manual mode. And the film that you do shoot on these cameras tends to be really sharp because you are using those EF lenses, and those EF lenses perform absolutely great on film as well as digital. So let's say you want to start in film photography and you really are just looking for a point-and-shoot camera that you can carry with you anywhere you go, and you're looking for one that is fully automatic. I can highly recommend picking up a Pentax Point-and-Shoot camera. These cameras are great. This one I have here is the Pentax Zoom 90R, and this lens is awesome because it is a zoom lens, so it zooms all the way from like 24 all the way up to 90mm, and it is also waterproof, which is also pretty cool. It also has a little remote, so if you want to, you can set up your camera and you can remote trigger it, which is pretty advanced for this camera that came out in probably the early 2000s, late 90s. There are so many of these point-and-shoot cameras out there from so many great companies. I like the Pentax ones, and Again, I picked this up at Goodwill for around $15 and I'm extremely happy with it. It's so much fun to use and it's really easy to just throw this in a backpack and bring along with me. So if you are looking for a point and shoot camera, go check out your local estate sale, your local thrift store, and you're probably going to be able to find one for around that $10 to $15 mark. And a lot of times they just take a couple AA batteries and you're going to be good to go. And the last camera that I want to talk about is my Olympus XA2. So this is also a point and shoot camera, but it is a little bit of a higher end point and shoot camera. I was extremely lucky and I picked this up in a estate sale for around $20. But if you do look on eBay, you might be able to find one for under $100. And I love this camera because it does give me a little bit more manual control, but at the same time, it is still a small point and shoot camera that makes it extremely easy to carry. I recently took this on a trip to Europe with me where I was in London and Paris, and I was blown away by the photos I was able to capture. And it was so easy to just throw on my wrist and have with me at all times. Now this Olympus XA2 does have a 35mm lens on it, which is extremely sharp, and I've been able to get some great results with it. Now, because I did say this is a semi-automatic camera, is because I do choose my focus and is based on zone focusing. I can focus to infinity. I can focus on a couple people, which is around 9 to 10 feet. And then the last meter on the zone focusing is an extreme close-up. So this is if I was shooting someone around 3 to 4 feet away. And the cool thing about this camera is it does have a flash that does come off. So if I just twist this off, I can detach the flash and I can carry it around, and it's even a smaller film camera. So this is a great camera for me to travel with, or if anyone's looking for a compact travel camera, I can't recommend the Olympus XA line enough. They're a great point and shoot camera, and I know you're going to be happy with the results that you are going to get. Now, those are 5 cameras which I have showcased that are all under that $100 price point. If you go out there and search, again, I don't recommend necessarily going to eBay to find your first film camera because there are so many film cameras out there. I really do recommend checking out local estate sales, thrift stores, Goodwills, and I think that is the best spot for you to find your first film camera because you are going to find it at an extremely cheap price point. And after a while, if you want to upgrade your camera, you kind of sell that on eBay and even make a little bit more money on it in order to upgrade that camera into something that you want to go to next. So again, those are 5 cameras which I can recommend, which are all under $100. So if you do have any questions about any of these cameras, film photography in general, please ask them in the comment section below. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll leave those channels up right here. And remember, I did start a Substack, so go ahead and follow me on Substack. It's kopelecki.substack.com. Please like and subscribe to my channel because you know it helps my channel grow. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.